Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. Tracy confesses the shocking truth to Ned before he dies. Ned's fate, Willow vs. Michael and Martin's Rocco discovery. Ned Quartermaine's fate. Ned's fate is not shown in the preview clip, but it sounds like he is still alive. Lucas Jones visits Ned's family to discuss his condition. It would appear that Olivia Quartermaine instructs them to perform the emergency bypass. Brook Lynn Quartermaine pleads for information about her father. We know that the written spoilers state that BLQ will lean on Harrison Chase for support. So, while Ned might be alive for now, a lot will be a mystery until he wakes up. If he ever wakes up. Over with Alexis Davis, she gets more pressure from Drew Kane. However, the lawyer quickly steps up and reminds Drew that Willow could lose her freedom. The lawyer goes on to say that Willow does not require the distraction. Versus Michael Corinthos, Willow Tate General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, November 12th reveal that Willow confronts Michael. The preview clip shows an uneasy Michael listening to Willow rant about knowing he put the gun in her room. The nurse might also bring up Michael, allowing Jacinda Breckle near Wiley Corinthos. Of course, Michael might warn Willow that she's only free temporarily. Ned's life hangs in the balance and Willow confronts Michael. Ned's family waited for news on his condition. After hearing about Ned's heart attack, Harrison Chase and Jason Morgan went with Brook Lynn Quartermaine to GH. There, they met Olivia Quartermaine, Emma Scorpio Drake, Gio Palmieri, Lulu Spencer, and Britt Westbourne. Brook Lynn anxiously asked Olivia about her father, and Portia Robinson arrived to inform the family that Ned was in critical but stable condition, waiting to see if the medication would help improve blood flow before surgery. To Portia's dismay, Britt interrupted and told the QS that, according to Lucas's assessment, Ned had a widowmaker heart attack. This was due to a completely blocked artery, insisting to Portia that they needed to operate right away. The preview clips and spoilers tease uncertainty around Ned's fate, and fans are holding their breath. After collapsing from a heart attack at the Quartermaine mansion, Ned is rushed to General Hospital, where Dr. Lucas Jones emerges to brief the family. His expression says it all, Ned's situation is dire. As the heart monitor beeps rhythmically in the background, Olivia Quartermaine makes a gut-wrenching plea to the medical team: do the emergency bypass, save him at all costs. Her voice cracks with desperation, as Brook Lynn Quartermaine, BLQ, clutches Chase's hand, demanding to know whether her father will pull through. The room is filled with anguish, uncertainty, and the weight of a family history steeped in tragedy. Lucas explains that the surgery is risky but necessary. Ned's arteries are severely blocked, and if they don't act fast, he may not make it through the night. Olivia's tears fall silently as she nods for Lucas to proceed. Outside the operating room, Tracy paces relentlessly, her hands trembling, not just with fear, but with guilt. For weeks, she's been hiding something. Something that, if Ned knew, could shatter their family's already fragile foundation. And now, with Ned's life slipping away, she knows she can't take the secret to her grave. Tracy's shocking confession, a truth that could ruin everything. When Lucas allows family members to visit Ned before the operation, Tracy seizes the moment. She pulls a chair beside his hospital bed, her eyes glistening with both love and regret. Ned, pale and weak, opens his eyes just enough to meet hers. In a whisper, she says, "Ned, there's something I have to tell you before it's too late." Tracy's voice trembles as she confesses the shocking truth she's buried for years. She reveals that the Quartermaine fortune wasn't entirely earned through honest business. There was a secret deal made decades ago, one that involved Edward Quartermaine's betrayal of a close family ally. And worse, Tracy admits she was part of the cover-up. She altered documents, shifted assets, and allowed a man, someone Ned once considered a mentor, to take the fall. The guilt has haunted her ever since. She finally confesses, "You built your empire on a lie, Ned. And it's my fault." Ned's breathing slows as tears pool in his eyes. In a broken voice, he whispers, "Why, Mother? Why now?" Tracy chokes back sobs, admitting that she couldn't let him go without the truth. "You deserve to know what kind of legacy you're protecting." Ned's monitor starts to beep erratically as his hand weakly grips hers. The confession hits him hard, emotionally and physically. Lucas rushes in as alarms sound, shouting for the team to stabilize him. Tracy is pulled back, screaming, "Don't you die on me, Ned. Not before you forgive me." The screen fades to black, leaving viewers questioning whether Ned will survive the night, or if his mother's confession was the last thing he ever heard. Brook Lynn's desperation and Chase's support. In the waiting room, Brook Lynn is inconsolable. Her normally fierce demeanor shatters as she breaks down in Harrison Chase's arms. "He can't die, Chase. Not like this. He's all I have left." Chase holds her close, assuring her they'll get through it together. The two share a heart-wrenching moment of closeness that might reignite old feelings. As Brook Lynn wipes her tears, she vows, "If he survives, I'm going to fix everything, for him, for Mom, for all of us." But the question lingers, will she even get that chance? Alexis Davis warns Drew, legal trouble brewing. While the Quartermaines brace for tragedy, Alexis Davis faces a storm of her own. Drew Kane, desperate for control and revenge, pressures her for legal maneuvers to protect ELQ and secure Michael Corinthos' interests. But Alexis isn't one to be pushed. She reminds Drew that Willow Tate is already skating on thin legal ice. "If you keep dragging her into this," Alexis warns, "you could cost her her freedom." She stresses that Willow doesn't need another scandal, especially not with the Quartermaine chaos bleeding into the Corinthos family. Alexis's words cut deep, but Drew refuses to back down. His loyalty to Michael, and his anger over Ned's past actions, have clouded his judgment. Drew's persistence sets the stage for an upcoming legal showdown that could expose everyone's secrets, including the real reason Ned collapsed in the first place. Willow Tate vs. Michael Corinthos, the breakup bombshell. Meanwhile, the emotional centerpiece of the week belongs to Willow Tate and Michael Corinthos. The tension between them has been simmering for months, and now it finally explodes. In the preview for Wednesday, November 12th, Willow storms into Michael's office at ELQ, her voice filled with betrayal. "You think I wouldn't find out?" she hurls at him. "I know you put that gun in my room." Michael stands frozen, visibly rattled. He tries to explain, but Willow's anger only grows. "You used me, Michael. You used our marriage, our family, just to protect your own agenda." She also brings up his secret involvement with Jacinda Breckel, the woman he's been quietly allowing near their son, Wiley Corinthos. Jacinda's sudden closeness to Wiley has always been suspicious, but now Willow's fury confirms what many fans have suspected: Jacinda's connection to Michael runs far deeper than a casual friendship. Willow's rage reaches its peak when Michael coldly warns her, "You're only free temporarily, Willow. Don't forget who made that possible." That single line leaves her shattered. The man she thought she could trust is using her freedom as leverage. Their marriage, once built on love and survival, now stands on the edge of collapse. This confrontation marks a turning point not just for Willow and Michael, but for the Corinthos family as a whole. Martin Gray's stunning discovery, Rocco's hidden secret. As all this chaos unfolds, another bombshell drops across town. Martin Gray, always one to keep his ear to the ground, uncovers something staggering involving Rocco Falconeri. While working through legal documents tied to Lulu Spencer's estate, Martin notices inconsistencies in Rocco's medical and birth records. When he cross-checks them, he discovers something that leaves him speechless: Rocco may not be Dante's biological son. The discovery sends shockwaves through Port Charles. Martin immediately contacts Dante, urging him to meet in private. Dante's reaction is a mix of disbelief and fury. "That's impossible," he insists. But Martin shows him the DNA results, and the truth is undeniable. The implications are massive. If Rocco's paternity isn't what everyone believed, who is his real father? And how long has someone known? This revelation ties back to Tracy's confession, suggesting that someone in the Quartermaine family may have had a hand in covering up the truth about Rocco's parentage years ago. If so, it could link Ned's family secrets with the Falconeri family in ways no one saw coming. A week that changes Port Charles forever. As Wednesday's episode draws to a close, every corner of Port Charles feels the fallout. In the hospital, Olivia clings to hope as Ned's monitors flatline, only for a faint pulse to return at the last second. Tracy collapses in tears, whispering, "Thank you," as the doctors fight to stabilize her son. Brook Lynn prays quietly, vowing to be stronger for her family. At the same time, Willow drives away from Michael's mansion, her eyes filled with heartbreak. "I don't even know who you are anymore," she whispers to herself, gripping the steering wheel as tears stream down her face. Meanwhile, Michael watches from the window, his expression unreadable, part guilt, part cold determination. And in his office, Martin Gray stares at the paternity report, wondering who to tell next. His mind races with the potential fallout. If the truth about Rocco comes out, it could destroy the Falconaries, the Quartermaines, and even the Corinthos family. The web of lies is tightening, and everyone's secrets are on the verge of exposure. Conclusion: the calm before the next storm. General Hospital is building toward an emotional crescendo that promises to leave fans reeling. Ned's fate hangs in the balance as Tracy's confession lingers in the air. Willow and Michael's marriage teeters on the edge of ruin, driven by betrayal and manipulation. And Martin's shocking discovery could unravel decades of family lies. Each storyline connects to the next, creating a domino effect of heartbreak, guilt, and shocking revelations that could forever change the fabric of Port Charles. As the week continues, viewers can expect more tears, more confrontations, and possibly another death. Because in Port Charles, no secret stays buried for long. And when the truth finally surfaces, it won't just destroy reputations, it could destroy lives. When Dr. Lucas Jones emerges from the operating room, the family rushes toward him. Olivia's eyes are swollen from crying, her voice shaking. "Lucas, please tell me he's going to be okay." Lucas sighs, exhaustion etched across his face. "We managed to stabilize him, for now. But the next 24 hours are critical. His heart suffered significant damage." Brook Lynn gasped softly, clutching Chase's hand. "But he's alive? My dad's alive?" "Yes," Lucas confirms, "but he's in a medically induced coma while his body heals. He might not wake up soon, if at all." Olivia breaks down, burying her face in her hands. Chase wraps an arm around Brook Lynn, grounding her as tears spill freely. The usually bold and confident singer is now just a daughter praying not to lose her father. Tracy stands in the corner, silent. Her posture is rigid, but her face tells another story: anguish, regret, and fear. When Lucas leaves, she finally whispers, almost to herself, "He can't die, not before he hears the truth." Tracy's secret, a legacy built on lies. Later that night, as Olivia and Brook Lynn step away to make calls, Tracy slips quietly into Ned's room. The rhythmic sound of the heart monitor fills the silence. She sits beside him, her trembling hand reaching out to touch his. "Ned," she whispers softly, "I don't know if you can hear me. But if you can, please, listen. I need to tell you something I should have told you years ago." Tears well up in her eyes as she continues, her voice cracking under the weight of decades of guilt. "Everything the Quartermaines built, all the power, the fortune, it wasn't all legitimate. There was a deal, years ago. Your grandfather, Edward, he made a choice that ruined another man's life. And I helped him cover it up." Tracy looks down, unable to meet her son's pale face. "That man was your mentor, Ned. You looked up to him, trusted him, and I let you. We framed him to protect the family name. He lost everything, and you built your success on that man's downfall." The confession spills out like poison she's been keeping bottled up for too long. "I told myself it was for the good of the family," she sobs. "But now I see, it was just greed, pride. We wanted control. And I let you inherit that sin without even knowing." As she speaks, Ned's eyelids flutter faintly. His lips part just enough to whisper, "Mother." Tracy gasps, leaning forward. "You can hear me?" His voice is weak, barely audible. "Why, now?" "Because," she cries, "I can't lose you without making it right. You deserve to know the truth, Ned. You deserve peace." The heart monitor begins to beat faster. Alarms sound. Nurses rush in. Tracy is pulled back as the room erupts into chaos. His heart rate's dropping, a nurse shouts. Tracy screams, "Don't you dare die on me, Ned. Not like this." Doctors flood the room, performing compressions, shouting medical jargon. Outside, Brook Lynn and Olivia rush back, panic in their eyes. What happened? Olivia demands. Lucas looks grim. He's coding. The next minute stretches like an eternity. Then, flatline. Tracy's knees buckle. No, she sobs. Not my son. But just as the monitor stays silent, a faint beep returns. Then another. A weak but steady rhythm fills the room. Lucas exhales deeply. We've got him back. Tracy falls into a chair, her tears a mix of relief and torment. Her confession didn't kill him, but it might haunt him if he wakes up. Brook Lynn's desperation and Chase's promise. Hours later, in the hospital chapel, Brook Lynn sits alone, staring at the flickering candles. Chase quietly walks in and sits beside her. You shouldn't be alone, he says softly. She shakes her head. He's all I've got, Chase. He's always been my rock, even when we fought. And now? I don't know what I'll do if he doesn't wake up. Chase reaches for her hand. He's strong, BLQ. He's not going anywhere without a fight. She manages a weak smile through her tears. He's got the Quartermaine stubbornness, that's for sure. Chase chuckles. And the Brook Lynn fire. He'll need that when he wakes up. They share a moment of quiet connection, two people bound by fear, love, and something more. The emotional walls between them start to crumble again, hinting that their story might not be over. Alexis and Drew, a dangerous line crossed. While the Quartermaines fight for Ned's life, another storm brews across town. Drew Kane barges into Alexis Davis's office, slamming a folder on her desk. I need you to file this motion now, he demands. Alexis looks up, unimpressed. You can't just storm in here and bark orders, Drew. What's this about? It's about ELQ, and protecting Michael, he says, pacing. If Ned's out, the company's vulnerable. We can't let the board vote him out before we take control. Alexis folds her arms. You're talking about seizing power while Ned's lying in a coma. That's not protecting your family, that's exploitation. Drew narrows his eyes. It's strategy. It's reckless, Alexis counters. And if you keep dragging Willow into your schemes, you'll cost her everything. She's already on probation, and one wrong move could send her back to prison. Drew softens slightly but doesn't back down. I'm doing this for her. For all of us. Alexis sighs, rubbing her temples. Then start by protecting her heart, not your ego. Her words land heavy, but Drew walks out, his expression hardening. He's not ready to admit it, but Alexis is right, his obsession with power is costing him more than he realizes. Willow Tate versus Michael Corinthos, the marriage implodes. At the Corinthos mansion, Willow Tate storms through the front door, fury written all over her face. Michael, standing near the bar, sets down his drink, sensing what's coming. Willow, he starts, but she cuts him off. Don't you dare say my name right now, she snaps. I know what you did, Michael. I know you put that gun in my room. Michael freezes. Who told you that? Does it matter? She fires back. You were trying to frame me, weren't you? Or maybe just scare me into staying quiet. He runs a hand through his hair. You don't understand. No, I understand perfectly, she interrupts. You're so desperate to control everything that you'd risk sending me back to prison just to protect your image. Michael's jaw tightens. I did what I had to do. You've been reckless. You're lucky I didn't let the police find it. Her eyes widen in disbelief. You think that makes it better? Then she hits him where it hurts, and don't think I don't know about Jacinda Breckle. You let her near Wiley, our son. You said she was just helping, but she's not helping, is she? She's replacing me. Michael steps forward, voice low and sharp. Watch what you say, Willow. Or what, she demands. You'll take Wiley away from me too? For a long moment, silence hangs between them. Then Michael delivers the cruelest blow of all. You're only free temporarily, Willow. Don't forget who made that possible. Her face crumples. You're threatening me? I'm reminding you, he says coldly. Don't push me. She grabs her purse, shaking her head in disbelief. I don't even know who you are anymore. Then she storms out, leaving Michael staring at the door, his reflection fractured in the glass behind him. Upstairs, unseen by either of them, Jacinda lingers in the hallway, smiling faintly. Whatever her connection to Michael is, it's deeper and darker than anyone realizes. Martin Gray's Rocco discovery, a hidden past unearthed. Across town, Martin Gray sits in his office, sifting through files related to Lulu Spencer's estate.